Okay, and welcome back to part 3 of the Carpet DM nominees show. We're moving on to the most improved male category. Here the 6 nominees is actually 7 because again the committee can agree and that we are putting it in the hands of you the members, you the runners, to decide who our most improved male is for the season. Again, these nominees are in alphabetical order. So here's your number 1 nominee, Amit Chugani. So Amit joined us last summer. He came along and he was hopeful that he'd be able to do 5k, maybe 10k as a max. He turned up the training quite often, gives it absolutely everything he's got every time, and the results have showed that that is exactly what it takes. He's done Coral Libre twice, starting off on 32.25 for a 5k, progressed to 31.40, and by the time he hit race 5 of the Jib 3A's league, he actually clocked a sub 35k, 29.48, which is superb. He's also smashed out Round the Rock in 66.43, so very deserving nominee. Nominee number 1 for most improved male is Amit Chugani. The second nominee, the second nominee, or numero dos, is Antonio Torres. I'm going to hit you with a stat here, which totally defines the improvement of this fella. In September last year, he did a 7k with myself in Algeciras, and he clocked 32 minutes. In December, he did a 7.5k in La Linea, and he clocked 32 minutes. So he did a very similar time with an extra 500 meters, which is superb. And if you want some more evidence of how this man has progressed as the season has gone on, check out this one. Fuengirola half marathon, he did in 2 hours 17 minutes. Seville half marathon in January, which was 2 months later, 1 hour and 48 minutes. Absolutely smashed it this season. He just seems to get stronger and stronger with every race. El numero dos, Antonio Torres. The third nominee for most improved male is Paul Reddy. Paul's always ready. Oh, nice. Paul is always ready, even if we're not. He will literally drive back without you. However, what a runner this guy has turned out to be this season. He's been absolutely superb. He started running with us in the spring of last year, right back at the start. And this year his times versus races that he's done before are just chalk and cheese. He used to be a 55-minute guy for Round the Rock. He's now sub 50, clocking 49.16. Although unfortunately the Jib 3A's put that one down to Paul Brady, so I'm not even sure he can claim that. However, he also did 3 half marathons this season with the club. He did Marbs, he did Fuengirola in 2 hours 32, and he clocked 1:50, a 10-minute improvement in Malaga. And then he did some mad thing where he was halfway up a mountain, and I'm not really sure what time he did there because all he did was complain about it. But what a superstar he has absolutely been this season. Your third nominee for most improved male is Paul Reddy. The fourth nominee for most improved male is Phil Taylor, aka Taylor Swift. Phil is a guy who used to run before for another team who we won't mention. However, since he came to Carpet DM, he has absolutely smashed it out the park. I'll give you a couple of examples. I like to use Round the Rock as an example of how people have improved because we run it kind of all the time. But the first time he did it with ourselves, it was 52 minutes. That became 48, and in his last effort, he was 47.07, which is fantastic improvement and consistent right the way through the season. He did Malaga half marathon in 1 hour 47. He did Benalmádena half marathon in 1 hour 47. So you might be thinking same distance, same time, but totally different races in terms of hills and heat and so on and so forth. So without doubt, despite clocking the same time, that was a massive improvement. So call him Jack, call him Vera, call him what you will. Your fourth nominee for most improved male is Phil Taylor. Okay, moving on. So your fifth nominee for the most improved male of the season is Philip Cartwright. So Philip joined the club in December, so he's quite new to us. However, the improvement that we've seen in this guy has been absolutely superb. He's already clocked a sub 60 10k in race 4, 56.47. He went to Benalmadena, which is a much harder race, and clocked 58 minutes there as well. And he also holds a sub 26 5k, which 25.53. And let's be honest, Phil, you're not the smallest of gentlemen, so the pace that you run at is absolutely impressive, and you're very much deserving to be part of the most improved male category. So that's Philip Cartwright. The sixth candidate for most improved male is El Rey, Rafa Montez. Rafa's been superb. He does everything I asked of him, which is weird because he doesn't understand a word I say. He has been absolutely superb all season. His Coral Libre time started off at 29 minutes. He's now got a PB in that event for 27.30. He's also done Round the Rock twice now, sub 60 minutes. And if you want to really understand how much this guy improved in such a quick time, the Marbella half, he was unable to finish that race, but in less than a month, he then went to Fuengirola half and absolutely smashed it out the park. So he's very, very deserving. What a great guy. Superb candidate for this award. Your most improved male, number 6, Rafa Montez. Okay, and the final nominee for most improved male in 2019-20 is Tony Evans. So what can we say about Tony? Other than he is actually the club record holder for Coral Libre. He did it in 20 minutes and 45 seconds. Now, I know that's not a competitive event, if you want to call it that, but let me tell you, his previous times were 26.57. He then went 22, then 21.50, and then clocked the fastest time that's ever been recorded by a Carpe Diem athlete of 20 minutes and 45 seconds. He's been very much working on his pace all season. That's always been his goal. For him to have beaten the likes of Sean Townend, Danan, myself at that event is just superb. And I think it's that, amongst other things, that makes him a very, very, very strong candidate for the most improved male. That's Tony Evans. Okay, so join us in part 4 when we'll be discussing the best newcomer of the year.